All right, so you've got your fantasy trip box. Or maybe you just bought Melee and you want some terrain to liven up the fact that you've got your miniatures out there and there's no terrain, just the map. I'm going to turn you on to two different sources of terrain. And the first one will be, let me get over to it, Monster Terrain. Now they have a YouTube channel, which I will throw a link to in the description, as well as to the Kickstarter they had. They just had one for a book on creating terrain. But Monster Terrain, let me get down to the information that I want to give you, has a Kickstarter going. And game ready, pieces of terrain, trees, rocks, some bridges, etc. And they're already funded. The project, the Kickstarter itself is already funded. But it's still going. There's plenty of time to get in on it. And as an example, I'll throw some images up. For $40 you get the skirmish package, which is one single piece of terrain, which is either, like in the image, several trees and a stump. And I'll get to something interesting about the trees in just a little bit. It's a very cool idea. Rocks, whatever. And I'm not going to cover all of the levels. I'm going to give you a couple of the basic ones, and then you'll see the insane one. For $110, you get you get a choice of 3 different pieces of terrain, styles of terrain. The campaign level, a little bit more, $280. You get any 8. Mix and match. You want all rocks, you get all rocks. You want all trees, you get all trees. Mix of rocks and trees, knock yourself out. Plus, you also get all free stretch goals, as you do on the adventure level. The skirmish level, no, you don't get the stretch goals. And then the crazy one is called Armageddon. And if you've got a spare $2,000 lying around, you get 60 pieces or 60 sets of terrain and all the stretch goals. And as an example of some of the terrains, there's the Verdant Forest Terrain set for $40. And then the trees are interesting because you have the canopy, the leaves, and it actually drops down onto the tree. So you can either have a full live tree, or you can have a tree that all the leaves have been stripped off and it's dead for your spooky forest. The stretch goals so far that have been unlocked are the Autumn Forest. So you can change the season for the tree. You can now choose whether you want your trees to be in autumn or in spring, either a red-brown, orange color, or green. The Forest Freebie, the Forest Frog, all sets will include an adorable frog, or is it a poisonous toad? Either way, it'll look great perched pondside. At $60K, which has not been unlocked yet, at least as the time of the recording, there's the Village Well, there's a Rock Hill freebie, and I'll include the link so you can go check out some of the other stretch goals they're aiming at. But as of right now, they've done nearly double their backing. There's 26 days to go. It was originally a $30,000 campaign. They are now up to nearly $60,000 with 326 backers. Now, say you're not someone who has that kind of scratch because you blew your money on a 3D printer. Well, over at Humble Bundle, for the next 13 days, they have the 3D printable dungeons and cities. So these are all usable for 5e fantasy, Roman baths, dungeon chest, abandoned mausoleum, and more. It's a total of $343 worth of stuff, and you can unlock and choose at different levels for $1. The unlocks are Ultimate Dungeon starter sets, and that includes 2 straight walls, a corner, narrow pillar, doorway with movable, removable door, a 2x2 inch tile, some stairs, some Dragonbite clips, and an instruction guide. So for the $1, you can unlock the Dragon Lock, the Carthaginian War Elephant, Crabs, you can get yourself crabs for $1. You do what you want with that. If you pay $8 or more, you unlock Dragon Lock Ultimate Cavern, Dragon Lock Ultimate Expansion Set, Mysterious Chests, Giant Battle Crab, which is what happens if you don't go see the doctor about the crab you got for $1. And then for $15, you get like the Dragon Lock Ultimate Caverns, Roman Baths, Jungle City. It says Moon, but it's a temple. It looks like a jaguar temple. Tiles, etc. I will include a link to that as well. And Humble Bundle is very cool because their campaigns, you can choose. They show who they support for charities. And you can allot some of your money to go towards a charity if you so wish. And let's see, we'll just scroll through. And the mats that you get, say with the Verdant Forest set, the mat that comes with it on one side is a forest floor, and on the other side, it's a pond. So you get a water feature. All right, now the only other update I had was the Patreon button on the bar up atop of my channel now works, and I will include a link to my Patreon. I don't have any rewards right now, but if you would so choose or like to support what I'm doing, I have a $1 a month level, which for right now, you're throwing $1 to the wind and it ends up in my pocket. But in the future, I may have some merch, may have some special giveaways, etc., etc., some special content that I may only put on Patreon. It's a little bit down the road, but still, if you like what you're seeing and don't mind throwing the equivalent of 2 cups of truck stop coffee at me, well, don't do that. Just throw me the money. Anyway, until the next update, I'll talk to you soon. Everybody take care and have a good one.